In this video, we're going to be using Stirling Tuscany and the Weck hair shaper. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB. Thanks so much for joining me again today. And if it's your first time, I hope you'll consider subscribing below. Okay, so today is actually Thursday morning, but it will air on Saturday because I already shot some other things and I went camping and it didn't last long. I'll get into all that if you haven't caught the camping videos or that story. Today we're going to be using Stirling Tuscany, which is a beautiful scent. I don't know that this is in stock anymore at Stirling, but you might be able to find it at Maggard or somewhere like that. Beautiful scent, about 4.5 on the scent strength scale. This is cypress, bergamot, violet, and some spice. So it's sweet, but there's just a hint of spice to it. Very, very nice. I think this was discontinued though. You can still get the aftershave splash as of the date of this recording at Stirling, but the soap is not available, so you might be able to pick it up elsewhere. $13.60 is the cost for 5.8 ounces, or an exceptional on our chart, $2.34. Really, really nice cost. We're going to be using the Weck hair shaper, and I'll show you the blades. These Persona hair shaper blades are what it takes, or the Wizenit, and the blade just sort of pushes up in the razor like so, if I can actually get it in there, and you push it up in there, and so there may be blood today. There may be blood because you know the Weck has been my nemesis, and it gave me the last cut I got, which is right there. So if we open that up, it doesn't count. We'll try to be careful though. Okay, let's get to misting. And so the camping. So Tuesday afternoon, I went up to the Williams River. I was going to spin through Sunday. And so I got a shave on the river Tuesday afternoon, which I aired. And then I also made a video and I aired it Thursday of what happened, which was essentially, put on some pre-shave today, why not? PAA pre-shave tube. Essentially it stormed Tuesday night and flooded the river entirely to where it was basically worthless for recreation. So there was just no point in pursuing it, and so I came home early Wednesday, just went back to work. I'm missing a towel to wipe my hands with, so stand by. Okay, so we got our towel, everything is good to go. Anyway, the camping trip consisted of less than 24 hours, essentially. And that's the way it goes. We can't control the weather. Last time I went camping, it rained on me the first day or two, a little bit. But this time, it completely flooded the river and put, trees across the road. It just generally made it unhospitable for any sort of recreation. So I hightailed it out of there Wednesday and just got back to work. And even though I'm back in town, been busy with work and going to go see my parents who are in from North Carolina today, so I won't be home, so I won't be around as much to watch videos or respond to your comments, but I'll get back to it when time permits. I was supposed to be camping, but as it turns out, I get to visit with my parents, which is great. I haven't seen them for a month or so. So they live in North Carolina, which is, for me, about 4 hours. Okay, let's get going with our Weck, and let's try to be better than we were last time. And I tell you right now, this is going to take off that day-and-a-half growth very easily. I just have to remain cognizant of having a very steady hand with light touch. And the danger for me is always when I'm putting the blade to my face. So an easy way to try to deal with that is to come in kind of shallow and then rotate out for your angle. But oftentimes I forget to do it. And so, see right there, if I lay it kind of flat and then rotate it out, not bad. But you're used to just putting the blade to your face with a straight razor, with that cutting edge sort of ready to go. You just develop that muscle memory. And sometimes when you're using something completely different like this Weck, you just need to be a little more careful because this blade is very, very thin, but it is it is a very effective cutting blade in terms of removing whiskers. Super sharp, super keen. It's quite smooth also. You almost don't feel like you're cutting when you're cutting. And so the blade cuts so smoothly that you can easily cut yourself and not know it. And we will try to avoid that today. But we make no guarantees because I'm a novice with the Weck. I think this is like the 4th time ever I've used a Weck. Marion sent me his to use, and I tried it, and then I got this one on eBay for $9.99. And the blades, I can't remember how much they are, but I'll link them below on Amazon. They do last longer than a DE blade. I've heard one of the gentlemen commented and said they really calm down after 10 or so shaves, 9 or 10 shaves. So we don't know how many shaves we'll get out of the Weck here, the blade, but I assume it'll be a fair amount given that gentleman's comment. So far, it's feeling really, really sharp. Okay, let's do some misting. Anyway, the camping trip was a complete bummer. Tuesday night, it just really started lightning, thundering, and I was in the tent and I had to, it was so much so that it was cracking, like major concussions close to me, you know, and I'm in a tent under a bunch of trees, which is not the place to be during a lightning storm. And so I did the smart thing and retreated to the car for a few hours until the lightning stopped. Then it proceeded to rain for the rest of the night, but it did not thunder and lightning. So the tent held up well, no problems with that. But it's just that the river flooded and it was no longer good for fishing or anything like that. So that was kind of a bummer. But I figured rather than staying there with nothing to do, it'd be best just to come home, get back to work, save the leave, and then, you know, visit with my folks. I didn't know my folks were coming in until I'd already planned the camping trip, so I was going to miss them. But the sort of canceled camping trip sort of affords me the ability to go see my mom and dad, which will be nice. So we'll be able to visit with them and see what's going on. And that'll be nice. I also missed a call from my sister when I was camping, so I need to call her back as well. All right. I'll tell you one thing. This Weck is an effective cutter in terms of the way it cuts. It just really gets rid of those whiskers. And it has a different feel. All the Shavettes that I've tried have a completely different feel from a straight razor. And I love straight razors, as you know. But these feel different. And if you can hear that in the background, yes, they're mowing. Which is pretty much nonstop, as we've discussed before this year. Since the Rona has gotten most people, you know, they're not doing as much outside recreation maybe, or they're unable to vacation, they've taken up mowing as a hobby. Which is actually, it's kind of relaxing to mow too, so I don't really blame anybody. It used to get a little annoying when, you know, you would wait, try to make a video outside, and as soon as you go out there, the mowing would begin. You're like, goodness gracious. And there's not that many houses around me close. So it's like one of 3 or 4 houses that you could even hear of. But between them, they're going all the time, it would seem. And let's try not to open up this cut on this side of my face today. Again, try as best you can to be cognizant. I'm going to go over that spot rather easily there. Anyway, try to be cognizant of where the blade is when you're putting it to your face. Okay. Now I'm trying to be very careful right there because I don't want to pull that cut open. But so far we're doing well. Taking off that 1.5 day growth with no problems. The soap is performing as it should be in stellar fashion. At the cost, you can't beat it. Trust me when I say this. If you worry about protection, let me just assure you, there's almost no soap that will protect you from a cut if you're doing the wrong thing with the razor, especially this one. You could build a lather from here beyond the wall behind us there. It wouldn't stop the Weck from cutting you if you put it to your face the wrong way with too much force. All it takes is just a little force, and that thing will let you know it is there. As I like to say, a crimson reminder. Somebody in the last video where I used that term said, "Oh, that's poetic." But it will. And so I got that little cut still there to remind me. Boy, the soap smells nice too. Hopefully maybe Stirling will consider putting this one back out. But what happens with Stirling is sometimes as things don't sell quite as well, they'll discontinue it for a while. And maybe a year or two later, if people show interest, they'll bring it back. But really nice scent. Let's get our neck here and let's try to finish strong today. And I hope the people lawn mowing will finish strong in their mowing and enjoying themselves. Here we go. This is very light. I like acrylic scales like this. I like the way they look. I like the way they feel. I like translucents generally. I don't know why, I'm just attracted to them. And so I really enjoy the scales on this one. I wish I had a blue in this. Weck, because I like the color blue quite a bit, although I like the red as well. Also, I saw where DK is a fan of red, and he has been looking for one, and I guess I snatched it up on eBay because Frank Stromberg told me, make sure you get a Weck without the big heavy metal scales because they feel unbalanced. So I took it as his advice, and I happened to see this one and it was inexpensive, and I said, man, let's go. And it's a good shaver. Again, we're trying to be careful with the blade, and I need to do a head shave later too, but probably do that off cam because I got plenty of material already up to go live. So I had pre-recorded a bunch of stuff. That's why everything's sort of out of sequence, and this is being recorded Thursday morning and airing on Sunday because I have other stuff already scheduled to go. So far, pretty nice. Let's try not to jinx ourselves and get sloppy at the last minute. We will try not to. Very smooth shaver, this blade. And I'm told the Wizinet blades, I think they're called, might have called them something different earlier, work very well in this razor. All right, let's just finish up with the area just between the stash here and the goatee. And I think we'll be able to call this one an outstanding shave. So let me rinse, we'll come back, we'll hit it with the alum to see how it feels, see if I feel any burning, and then we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. All right, and we're back with our PAA alum block with the dry dock. Almost a little bit of stinging right there. But I don't think we had any nicks, cuts, creepers, weepers, irritation, bubbles, troubles. So that meant today we tamed the Weck. We tamed it. We didn't master it. It will take many shaves for me to master the Weck, and I'm going to try to use it at least once a week to get familiar with it and just develop a better touch. I think using a blade like that requires such attention and light touch that it'll make you a better shaver overall. At least that's my feeling. Okay, let me rinse this off. We'll come back and finish the post. Stay tuned. All right, we're back with our Lancaster towel, wicking away the moisture. That was a really nice shave. We're going with the Thayer's Magic because it's made by witches. Very nice. Very nice, close, comfortable shave today with the Weck. And I'm very pleased with the way it went. Like I said, I tamed it for today, but I did not master it because I'm under no illusion that this razor will never cut me, because that baby can cut you at any time. But we're going to use it in order to get better. And that's what everybody should be striving for, to become a better shaver mechanically. We used the Tuscany. It hit the spot. Very nice stuff. If you can find it, a very nice scent. You can still get the aftershave as of the date of this recording at Stirling, but you might have to find the soap elsewhere. Terrific stuff, Stirling. As always, I forgot to mention the brush. This is the AP Shave Co. Hulk 30mm with Sinbad knot, which was fantastic. And of course, we showed you the Weck already. We'll close it out today with the Tuscany aftershave. If I can get it open, there we go. And we will call this an outstanding shave. Let's get going with this and see how this feels. Oh, yes. That feels great. Smells great. Everything is great. I hope you folks have a terrific day. Thanks so much for joining me. I have been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.